All right. Hey guys, thank you and welcome to our Tuesday night team chat. I am excited to be here with a couple girls that are like killing out on Instagram. I'm not even sure I'm allowed to be up here with them, but we are going to give you best tips, tricks, what is working, and then give you some time to go over to Instagram and implement what we're doing. So I am going to just hand it over to Anita, and she is going to explain the 5-3-1 method.
Hey everybody, happy Thursday. I'm really excited to talk about this because I presented today. There's a new network, a new MLM, direct sales company called Hello Pink, and it's like LuLaRoe, but no inventory. So they invited me today to teach them how to use Instagram to grow their business, and I taught them about the 5-3-1 method. I know that I have some leaders in my downline who are rocking the 5-3-1 method. And for those of you who are still in that position where, am I ready to go to Instagram? Is Instagram a good place to go? Why complicate things? Facebook's fine. I want to give you guys a couple of reasons why you need to be on Instagram. Hold on, let me turn off my notifications first. I got Flume up, which we'll talk about in a second. Okay, so Instagram is so incredible because big, humongous companies cannot pay to get ahead of you. When you post on Instagram and you hashtag and you've made yourself relevant to someone else's interests, you're going to have just as much of a chance to show up in their newsfeed as Target, I like to use Target as an example, but as Walmart. Any big brand that you follow, you have just as much of a chance. Instagram doesn't filter your stuff like Facebook does. Facebook's really tricky about that. You've got to get into you've got to get the good algorithms and whatever. Like, I don't know much about that. I have built 120,000 followers on Facebook, and I still get 0 views on my posts. I mean, I have a really, quote, successful Facebook. I built the first 5 years of my business on Facebook, and I'm over here just kind of grabbing and trying to keep that momentum going on Facebook. Where on Instagram, I make a post and I've got 63,000 followers. I have quadruple the amount of reach that I do on Facebook. I'm posting the same exact stuff. I'm setting my niche, my avatar is the same on both, but my message is falling into people's newsfeed better than it would on Facebook. That's why Instagram's so cool. Also, Instagram, you can build it free. You do not need to make huge financial investments into your Instagram like you would a Facebook like page. Facebook like page, let's face it, there really isn't a great free way to build that. You can go into like trains and like groups and you can share, but when it comes down to it, you guys, you have to be willing to spend a percentage of your income to grow that like page. And oh, by the way, you need to become a marketing guru on social media to figure that out. Nobody has time for that. And nobody signed up to become a Beachbody coach to also figure out how to be a marketing social media guru. Nobody, right? Like me, I had the time and desperation to sit and try to figure out Facebook like page. And guys, I'm sitting here telling you with 120,000 followers, I still don't know what the heck I'm doing. I don't know where my customers are coming from. And I don't know where they went, because at one point it was kicking butt and now it's not. And so I would love to get on here and be like, this is how you rock Facebook. I'm going back to my personal page. My personal page, people are seeing those posts more. I'm growing it better by having people share valuable content. So before we also dive into this Instagram 5-3-1 method, I want to also remind you about value. On your Instagram, you need to be willing to post consistently every single day, and you need to be giving them value, just the same as you would on Facebook. How you grow your Facebook personal page is simply by value, consistency, and passion. Every day you need to be willing to post in a way, and I like to call it EQV, engagement, quality, or question. You can say quality or question or value. You've got to get something going on each post, because that's how you're going to get people tagging their friends, liking your post, sharing your post, commenting on your post, and that's how you get into other people's newsfeed. Instagram, all about the 5-3-1 method. This is the best method that I've found, because it's free and it gets you into people's newsfeed, gets you into their feed. Because when you are commenting, liking, engaging with that person, your stuff pops up in their feed. And so when you are posting a lot of engaging stuff on your page, you're more likely to end up in their explore page or in the explore page. Okay? So the 5-3-1 method, let's talk about what that is. So when you pull up Instagram, the first thing you want to do is all my animals are crying right now. My kids are gone outside playing, and now my fur baby, who's 100 pounds and looks really tough, is bawling his eyes out in the corner of my house for some reason. I don't know if you guys hear him. Okay, so first you need to find out what hashtags you're going to go target. You are the brand. You are the person that you're going to target. So you need to list out, okay, what applies to what my messages are? What am I talking about? Okay, so for me, hashtag boy mom, hashtag dog mom, hashtag fur babies, hashtag travelista, hashtag girl mom, hashtag adoption, hashtag Hashimoto's, hashtag hypothyroid, hashtag you name it, whatever the heck I'm doing in my life, I'm hashtagging it. So make a list of all your hashtags first. You don't have to have a list to do the 5-3-1 method. I'm just giving you some targets of where you need to go in regards to searching out people to do the 5-3-1 method with. So you have your targets and you just pick one. So for example, let's go ahead and do boy mom. So I'm going to search boy mom. Holy smokes. This just jumped up on my laptop. Isn't he cute? His name's Otis. He's my new cat. I have 2 new cats, by the way. Okay. So Otis, goodbye. Roger, goodbye. Okay. So you're going to take one of those hashtags that seem to be a really popular one for you. So for me, it's, Friend Fest, Workout Buddy, Boy Mom is my favorite right now. That's just an easy one for me. What I really love is hashtag back on. Everybody, you be seeing back on track on Monday every week, because everybody's like back at the gym on Monday, back to dieting on Monday. Sunday they went to brunch, and now they're back on track on Monday. That's where I go. I'm like hashtag back on track. So I look for hashtag back on track or hashtag boy mom, and I go in and I click those people that are hashtagging that. And then I just go through and I click on their name and I like 5 photos. And really, guys, I invite you to truly like the photo. Find something in their newsfeed that you actually like, because the next part's important. Comment on 3. And not just like a, hey girl, great post. Hey, nice page. No, like, oh my gosh, I love your kid's outfit. Where'd you get it from? Let me know. I want to get it. I've got a 15-month-old. It look great on. Then they're like, oh girl, it's from here. And then you write back, thanks. And then you follow them and they follow you back because you commented, you liked 5 photos. I mean, you're all up in their notifications. 5 times you liked, 3 times you commented, and then you followed them. So they're like, huh, that's interesting. It also helps if your Instagram page, especially if you're a new coach, is something that draws attention. So Anita Myron is not as exciting as Fit Happy Mom. If I am just a random person out there and Fit Happy Mom kept liking my stuff and commenting and engaging with me, I'm going to go follow it because I want to be a Fit Happy Mom. Who doesn't want that, right? So for you, you may want to like look into a creative name for a few months, rock that out, see how that does for you. And then, once you become an elite coach and maybe you've built more of a following and presence on Instagram with your name, you may be able to switch back. I still use Fit Happy Mom. That's what I love, being able to do the 5-3-1 method and using Fit Happy Mom, because it gets people's attention, especially my target audience. I'm not trying to target a truck driver. I'm not trying to target a grandma. I'm trying to target my people. So I want to find those people that I can comment with and really engage with, and get them to comment and engage back. So again, I do this for the last year. I was doing this on my own for about an hour a day. And how I did that is I did not have my regular shows at night. I sat on the couch and 5-3-1'd it for like an hour. It's mindless. It's actually fun. I get lost doing it. I love finding people and commenting and talking. I kind of will get a glass of wine and get into like the mindset of connecting with people. And there will be a show on in the background, something like home improvement stuff. And I have fun with it. So definitely sacrifice the time if you can. I have now, so for those of you who have a marketing budget or have a budget for assistance or help in your business in some capacity, I have an assistant who works for me. She's full-time, 40 hours a week. She does the 5-3-1 method for me now for 2 hours a day. 2 of her 8 hours with me is 5-3-1. And I've trained her, I've given her all my hashtags, and I've instructed her to be me. Conversate like you would be me. Look for people like me, boy moms, dog moms, fur baby, whatever. Find those people and do the 5-3-1 method. She does it for 2 hours. And then I know we're going to go into this in a minute, but she then goes in and connects with them. And somebody just asked about tracking. I don't track, because when I do the 5-3-1 method, I'm going crazy. I'll do like 100 5-3-1s, and there's no way for me to track it. But I do, yeah, I go nutso just doing it. I go nuts. But what I do is my assistant will message anyone that follows me back and just says, thank you for the follow. I really loved engaging with you on your page. Let me know if you ever have questions. Enjoy following me. I'll enjoy following you. That's it. So I'm going to hand it over to the next person to talk about what to do next with all these incredible new followers. So I think Bree was next.
Hey guys. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about connecting. I'm hoping that everybody stays quiet. I'm like, it's incredible that my house is quiet right now. So I do the exact same thing. Somebody asked if you like track, like definitely, I think as a new coach, when I signed up with Anita, she was like, just go bonkers or something like that. I was like, okay. And it was on Facebook, and I just was adding every single person. I was like, do I know you? I was like, no, but let's be friends. So I would just encourage tons of engagement on other people, and they will engage back with you. I would say when you send that direct invite, if you're talking more, then yeah, like give them a star. You can now star in your like messages, you can start tracking that way. But when you're doing that, don't spend thousands of hours writing down their Instagram handle on a piece of paper. Like just go crazy and make sure your posts are consistent. I think that's the biggest thing, is they're going to start engaging, and you're going to start noticing people that are liking and commenting, and then it'll go into, okay, this person I'm going to actually invite. So I wouldn't, if you were spending an hour doing like that 5-3-1 or 5-2-1, whatever, I wouldn't take a lot of time writing down all of those Instagram handles. It's a waste of time. So, because some are going to block, some are going to disappear, some you're like, you're filtering through, you're getting your first like top of the funnel people. So then what you're going to do is, once you've found these people through hashtags, I would say the one thing that I do finding these people is searching or doing 10 hashtags on my stories every time. You can swipe to the side. I think Leslie and I talked about that a little bit the last call, but you can use 10 hashtags. I would say you keep them very like not as honed in, if that makes sense. Like instead of boy mom to a toddler hashtag, you're going to do boy mom in your stories. And then in your posts, they need to be narrowed down a little bit more. So like instead of blonde hair, I do platinum blonde mom, if that makes sense. So it helps kind of narrow down your niche and find people that are actually really, really similar to you. So when you're searching people, that kind of helps too. And then, so when I go, I do like my likes, I do my comments, And then when you're actually going to connect with people, you're not going to send them those messages that we've all gotten and said, hey girl, I've got a sale going on. I'm trying to reach a goal. So if you would check out my link and buy something, great, right? Like that's the worst way. I hate it. Like I got probably 200 messages after I had my third daughter. Like last week, I'm still filtering through like, hey girl, are you struggling with energy? Congrats on your new one. Like if I wasn't struggling with energy, I would be worried because I've got a kid in a full body cast. Like that doesn't get me excited about what they're selling. So how to connect with somebody in their inbox is super important because you have one chance to either scare them away or create a friendship that's going to be the next rock star on your team. So when you're going into somebody's inbox, make sure you've already connected with their page. Obviously, do what Anita said. Like, comment, like make genuine comments. If it's not somebody that you're loving their pics or you can't relate to, move on to the next person. But if it's somebody that you're engaging and saying, oh my gosh, where'd you get that? I need it for my toddler. Then the next step is to go into their inbox. You've followed them. You've engaged on their page. The next step is to go in and connect with them on a personal level. I like if they have anything in their stories to watch their stories and message them that way and engage based on what they've shared in their stories, whether it's rocking, the Starbucks drive-thru. I'm like, girl, what'd you order? Something like that. Simple, but it's showing that I watched their highlight. I watched like what they're doing in the day. It wasn't like a quick like and move on. So any chance I can watch their story, kind of blip through it really quick and then pop into their inbox and be like, you're so cute. Your little girl is adorable. Like, how old is she? I always connect with a question. So you connect by making a point to either point out a post that you specifically liked and saw and read and took the time to like engage in their page. And then you're going in and connecting on either about that post more or what you overall liked in their page or something from their highlight. So you're directly going to correlate your message to something that they've shared, posted about, like what they're about. And then you're going to ask a question to engage them in a conversation. You're not going to say anything about Beachbody. You're not going to invite them to your next challenge group. You're not going to say that there's a sale with Beachbody going on. None of that. So if I found Anita's page, for example, I would say, oh my gosh, Anita, I found myself creeping your page for like 10 minutes. Not to be weird. Your kiddos are adorable. I absolutely love your page. I'm a girl mama too. Like I can totally relate to that last meme you posted, #momlife. Do you stay home with your kids or do you also work outside the home? And that they're like, wow, they totally looked at my page. They're not just like throwing something in my inbox. And when they go to my page, even if I have something about Beachbody, they're not like, oh, this girl is selling me something, right? They're going to see the other content like, oh, she said she's a girl mom. I'm going to go look at her kids, right? She's not going to go be like, oh, Herbalife Brie is trying to engage me. So I would just say anything that you can do to ask a question at the end of the compliment, okay? You're going to compliment their page. You're going to compliment something in their story. You're going to compliment a last post they made or the outfit that their kids are in or their dogs, whatever you're searching out, that hashtag, turn it into a compliment and then engage with a question. It's really, really simple. You can send these messages fast. Again, you're liking, you're going crazy, and then you're going to hone it down and you're going to go send. I mean, I can sit and nurse a baby and watch my dumb TV at night and do that. It's not hard. And it creates this environment of now I have conversations going. So especially as a new coach, you're like, who do I talk to? Who do I invite? These people are going to become the ones that you invite. So just remember that when you're like, I don't have enough people liking my page. Anita, Leslie, like a lot of us, we have 2, 3, 500, 1,000 likes where I'm like, I can easily go in and invite those people because they're already engaging on my page. Whereas a new coach, I'm like, okay, I have 3 people. One's my boyfriend and my mom. So good. I sent my invites to the one random person that liked my picture. So this is how you create that following of people that you can eventually invite. When you've had a conversation for a few days, it's very easy, or even like a few back and forth, you can very easily turn it into an invite. So again, I'm not talking about invites yet. It's just connecting, just being you. If you are not engaged with somebody's page, don't strike up a conversation. Like she said, I'm not going to like talk to a truck driver. Like I have nothing in common with, that type of person. So if you're searching those hashtags, you're going to find people that you truly want to connect with. My team is a ton of moms. Like I don't have a single dude on my page or on my team because guys have reached out before. And they're like, why is it just girls? I'm curious. I'm like, cool. Here's a guy. You should go follow this guy. Like, I've tried before. It doesn't work. They end up just wanting to date me or talk raunchy, or like, I'm not single mom status over here. I'm all set. I've got one. I don't need any more. So that's just what works for me. People are like, can guys do it? I'm like, absolutely, totally not my niche. I wouldn't know how to coach a guy. So you have to know who you're looking for and not be afraid to just find those people and then just say hi. Like, that's the main, like, say hi, leave it at that. You know, don't be creeping on Beachbody already. Let people come to you. I think that's the biggest thing, is that you're connecting with enough people that you have engagement when it's time to hit Success Club. Find the people that are ready to learn more. So,
Bree, can I hop in real quick?
yeah.
Let me was it tap in? Are you tapping out or tap in?
Tagging out.
All right, tapping in. Something I do something very similar to that, and it's something that I've been able to sustain since day one. So I do what Bree had just said, but I focus 100% on those conversations. I just talk about them as much as I can, talk about myself, but then once a week I will post Sunday, 8:00, a call to action. And all those people I'm talking to on social media, all those people engage, like the new people engaging with me behind the scenes, are going to start engaging on my posts, and they're going to start seeing my calls to action. And I've always let those do the talking for me too. So that's an important one. On top of the behind the scenes invites, if they're saying no, bless and release, and let them watch you rock it out on your calls to action. So whatever your calls to action are, and we can talk about that another time. Or
yeah. I think the biggest thing, if you're being consistent, sharing your workout every day, your mom fuel, or whatever, your mom crack, if you drink Energize, like all that stuff, I think being very direct in your posts, like I share my before after, and I say, I am looking for women. And if like that want to lose 10 pounds or gain energy and a healthy mind around eating, because I struggle with an eating disorder. I post about it a lot. I share in my stories a lot. So people read that and they go, okay, I'm not looking to lose 10 pounds, but I need to find a healthy relationship with food. Yes, I want details, right? I don't have to tell Anita and Leslie and Sarah and Brittany in my inbox that I'm running a group and I'd really love you to join, and that's the quickest way to get blocked. If I'm having a conversation with Anita and then she's watching my page and then I go, bam, she's going to be like, oh my gosh, this girl has like a crazy transformation. Like, what's that about, right? So it's a lot easier to bring that conversation up if they've liked it. Be like, hey girl, I know we've been chatting. Like, I saw you liked my picture. That means a lot. It's kind of hard and scary to post that every time. So your support means the world. Are you working on fitness and health goals too? So even if they don't comment their email, even if they just have liked your picture because they've started following you, it's a great way to be like, hey, you're engaging. You engage with that picture. I can bring it up, and you're the one that liked my picture. So it's not a weird thing to say, thanks for liking my photo, right? And it's not a weird thing to say, are you working on fitness and health goals too? You know, they're moms, they're busy, they're working full-time jobs or whatever, and they engaged on that picture. So it gives you the right to go into the inbox and say, you know, that casual invite of, you know, thanks for liking it. Are you rocking goals too? Again, you're not being spammy and tacky and inviting, but it's a very calm approach to not scare them away. I don't know who's next.
I'm next with inviting.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and keep it quick because we also want to give you time at the end of this call to actually do what we're telling you guys. And inviting is actually pretty simple. And I think that there's a lot of hype around inviting. People get really nervous to do it, but people don't sign up in the invite. Other people might disagree with me, but I've been coaching for almost 5 years, and 3 times has somebody ever signed up the same day that I actually invited them. So I always say invite to build your follow-up list. We'll do follow-ups after this, but invite like it's your job, because it is, because they're not going to join you right now. So send out as many as you can. And it's different for everybody, but for me, it's 4 follow-ups and then they sign up with me. So the invites that I'm sending now, I really expect them to actually sign up within 3 to 4 months from now. So that's just something to keep in mind. Get over it, because you've got to reach as many people as you can. And I really think that my success comes a lot from reaching out to people. I'm always sending one-on-one messages. Like everything that Anita and Bree has talked about, I do a lot of my own outreach. I think a lot of people believe that people come to you once you get to a certain level, and that is not true. No matter where you are, I feel like you always have to be doing your own outreach. And so for me, kind of to move in the progression, if you can call it that, I do the connection, right, that Bree was talking about. And my rule of thumb is talk about 2 topics. So it might be, for me, it's like coffee and traveling, or wine and being a twin, or the fact that I'm moving to Maine, and toy Australian Shepherds. So I just talk about 2 topics, and then I go in for the invite. And I just posted all of my scripts in the event page, and I'll copy and paste it here too if that's easier for you guys. But I invite all the people. I almost said hashtag all the people, you guys, everyone, people who watch my story, people who like my posts, people who I've already been connecting with, my warm market, meaning family, friends, co-workers. Well, now I don't have any well, you guys are my co-workers, but when I had an office job, people who follow me, people who comment on it, everyone gets an invite. And so I have a specific script for each one of those. And I want you guys, when we get to the portion of actually taking action, read through them, find what works for you. You don't have to do all of them. In fact, that would be way overwhelming, but see which one you like, tweak it so that it sounds like you. Like, I say the word super a lot. So you'll see in mine, it'll be like, or were you being super awesome and supporting me? Like, some of you guys would be totally weird if you said it like that. And so make it sound like you, and yeah, just put on your blinders. My challenge is set aside 15 minutes at least 3 times a week, but ideally every day, and just look at that and send it as many as you can. And don't even track who you're inviting. Since it's on Instagram, as soon as they respond saying, yes, I'm interested, then I click the star. But otherwise, I'm just messaging as many people as I can with an invite. Oh, I was going to paste it here. And that's all I've got for you.
I just added a big comment, but basically I say to every new coach, like, it took me 6 months to sign up as a coach. So as a new coach, or maybe you're not a new coach on this call, think back to how long it took your sponsor coach to sign you up. Did it happen in the first message that they sent you? Or did it happen on the 6th time in a month, in 2 months, in a year, after getting to know your coach, getting to watch their journey? I always encourage you to think like you did not sign up the first time that coach reached out to you. You know, like maybe a few, maybe a handful, but most of the time it took an opportunity call, a sneak peek, talking to your coach. Mm-hmm. So expect it to take the same amount of time for somebody to sign up with you, or twice as long. That's legit, like how long it takes to get somebody to trust you. And if it took you an even longer time and you're jumping in, it's going to take somebody a while to trust you and watch your journey, because you're getting started. They're going to need to watch. So don't expect it to happen overnight, but continue to talk to them. So like Sam was saying, like, it's not going to be the invite that makes the sale.
It's happening. So I was just going to give you guys some cool numbers real quick. So my goal is to connect with 100 people a day, 50 new fresh conversations, and 50 follow-ups. I will tell you, I was just thinking to myself, if I get another no in the next 48 hours, I'm going to punch my computer screen. I get so many no's up front, and I always forget. They never buy on the first conversation. Mm-hmm. It's the follow-up. So I have to keep remembering to follow up. So most of the people that are buying or joining my challenge groups now, so I'm at SE10 right now. I made it very easy this month, the SE10, because I was following up like crazy in July. And so they're all just coming back around. But I'll invite 30 people and be told no every single time. And then I'll follow up with another 30, and there's my yes. So just giving you guys some numbers on how that plays out.
Okay, so let's talk follow-ups. I know we've kind of already gotten into it a little bit, but I have two ways in which I do follow-ups. So one, if I've collected their email over on Instagram or Facebook, for me, they now live in my email, they live in Streak, and I know when to follow up with them. So that makes it super, super simple. If you're not using a system like that, once you're having a conversation with someone, keep track of their name. You cannot just rely on what is in your inbox. Because if you're anything like me, you only pay attention to what the heck is living at the top and you never actually scroll down and you forgot about Julie and Sarah and Pam from May, right? Like that's my life. I forget, I'm busy. So for me, I have to keep a list and go back, right? They said follow up with them in August. I'm going to come follow up with them. So this is actually something I was doing on Facebook long before I was like really working on Instagram, but I would send on Facebook Messenger, you can still do it. I would send a video message of me doing the follow-up. So I would just be like, hey, Sarah, I know you were interested in my August accountability group. Were you ready to move forward on that? Or should I just follow up with you in September? I would say something like that. Like literally you get 10 or 15 seconds on Facebook Messenger and I would send that. And there was something about hearing my voice and seeing my face. I would have more girls say yes to that video message because they were like, oh my, I need a coach like you who is going to come hunt me down. And I don't really hunt anyone down. You have to bring your own motivation. But like people loved that. So Sam was the one that mentioned doing it on Instagram. And I was like, that's so smart. Like, why have I not tried this on Instagram? So sometimes if I have someone that's like not responding to my emails, or I just think she would be amazing, but she's not getting back to me, I will go ahead and kind of do the same thing, create just a short video clip. And in fact, you can make it generic if you want. Say you're going to send out 50. You could make it generic, like a, hey girl, I'm filling up my August accountability group. Are you still interested? Should I save you a spot or do you want to talk in September? Like you could just send that out to everyone, right? Save it as a video in your camera roll. But say you're just going to do like 10 follow-ups a day, you could personalize it more and use their name. Yes, you can type it for sure. And I definitely did for a really long time. But at some point, I mean, I think that's why people love like Instagram or following Instagram stories. Like they get to know you and hear from you. And that's what they like, that kind of human element. So that is the bread and butter of follow-ups. Did I miss anything?
I left the room, but maybe, did you say, like, I never take anybody off my follow-up list? Like, unless they block me and I'm like, I can't find them anymore.
Yeah,
like,
yeah I don't take anyone off. Like, yeah.
So, I mean.
I just keep following up unless they say stop.
Unless they're like, leave me alone, go away, please stop. I'm like, okay, girl, I guess. Like,
right. I mean, at one time they were interested. And I mean, I just feel like one thing or another, like now is the time, or like I said something in my Instagram story today that like caught their attention.
Yeah.
And now they're in.
Yeah.
If you guys want to get creative and you've got bigger lists, maybe you've been a coach for a year and you've got a notebook that's falling apart. I like to use Streak. Hold on. Leslie, there's like okay, now it's gone. I was getting echoed really bad. But Streak is really great because you can actually set reminders in your calendar or set reminders in Streak per email to follow up within a week or follow up within a year or a month. And Streak will remind you in your inbox, hey, today's the day you follow up with so-and-so. So it's insane how streamlined it is just to load up that person's email. If you get their email when the conversation's done, say, you want me to follow up with you in the fall. Great. What's your email address so I can add you to my follow-up list? And then get them into Streak or get them into Asana or Teamsy. Those are all great tools as well. But yeah, pen and paper, that's how I got started. And that got me through a year, and I still kicked butt in my business. So it doesn't have to be complicated either.
All right, there's some questions coming in. Maybe we can, it looks like Sam just got maybe the last one. Okay, so do we want to run through, give everyone a little time to go do like 5, 3, 1, go make connections, go invite, do some follow-ups tonight. I think Sam was maybe going to be in charge of our music. Or did you send me that link?
I didn't send you a link. I'll pull it up right now.
Okay, we have some, I can't promise that it's going to be rap.
Do we want to or just stop the recording so people can watch the training and it's not like an hour of like work time? That way we don't have to worry about the videos or the music, like not letting it go or load. I can't talk.
Yeah, we could do that.
Because the training, I mean, and now we're just going to work. So that way it can be posted.
Perfect.
Because we're all